you'd be mentally ill to turn down.
This guy's supposed to be your friend. You're crying, he made more money.
CONOR BENN has broken his silence after Eddie Hearn gave a series of interviews discussing exactly what happened.
Well, listen, it wasn't an easy decision. It was a decision that weighed heavy on me. It was the best decision for me and my family. It's an offer that you'd be mentally ill to turn down. I didn't choose not to speak to him. I didn't want to go into the details of it. And I think things were very heated with the teams. And knowing how I am as an individual, would the call have been great for us? And I personally don't think it would have. Once the dust had settled and it had calmed down, I messaged Eddie saying, I love you, mate, and this ain't the end of the road. But when things are heated, why speak in the midst of hurt, ego, pride, anger? Nothing good comes from it. I think we both could have dealt with it better privately.
And after the UFC event last night, Dana White was asked about the situation, as it is an ongoing, evolving one.
He was quite upset that CONOR BENN left.
Is there a bigger than Eddie Hearn? This guy's supposed to be your friend. You're crying, he made more money. He's going to make more money, and he had the right to match it. He could have matched it.
I think he said he tried and CONOR BENN wouldn't return his calls.
What a crock of shit. We're literally beating up babies.
That's interesting then, because according to Dana White, Eddie Hearn had matching rights. Now, we know that Eddie Hearn had matching rights with Bam Rodriguez. They executed those matching rights and ultimately kept Bam Rodriguez from joining Zuffa Boxing. Now, Eddie has made it pretty clear that him and Conor didn't have a contract in place. They had a gentleman's agreement, something that he's probably going to change going forward. Whereas with Bam Rodriguez, he had a contract. Therefore, is it possible that despite Dana White saying that they had matching rights, there was no contracted matching rights? And therefore, well, Eddie had no leg to stand on in terms of Conor accepting the offer. Eddie said, and sort of we can probably believe that he would have offered him a matched package or a package of similar severity, but Conor didn't seem interested. It seemed like Conor had made his mind up that he wanted to go to Zuffa. He said he wanted to put his kids through private school in that interview with Boxing King Media. Now, look, I don't think that would have made too much of a difference if he just stayed with Matchroom. You know, he's earned enough money to be able to put his kids through private school probably 10 times over with Eddie Hearn over the last 10 years. So that side of the conversation feels very hollow. Frank Smith has insinuated that, you know, behind the scenes, things haven't been rosy with CONOR BENN, and, you know, that this going public is a real sign and signal of his actual character. And Eddie Hearn said that he, you know, misread the character and the loyalty of CONOR BENN. Should we feel sorry for Eddie Hearn? Should we have sympathy for Eddie Hearn? Maybe yes, on a human level, but, you know, business is business, and maybe, you know, that's all it is.